Rather than these government men and their games, well, protocols in the media. It has to be used in every court case in reference to who I am. Any court judge refusing to use the information must be disbarred. It is a birth certificate of my identity. The fact that I have not received monies or benefits during the time that these people have blocked me from my mother and father's mansions. The court case facts of history, the government does have to pay me immediately. It's been 26 plus years since I got kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions. I had been kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions before. The government never paid back then either, unless they paid my mother. But that would be on record, and we'd see what that is. But either way, people are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, and it is attempts of murder, and it's always going to be attempts of murder. The activity of these people, they have no position or no ground to stand on. I got kidnapped from the property. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. The no compliance is 100% attempts of murder. Any conspirators must get charged for their level of crimes and the level of types of crimes that their people are associated with, such as their financial fraud, their extortion, the manipulations, their activity of blocking me, and the history of refusals. The incompetence of court judges, the incompetence of people that are pretending like they don't know what the fuck's going on, that's total bullshit. The activity of people denying my ownership, denying who I am, denying who my parents are, and these people repetitiously and recycling their tricks. I mean, it's like a dog chasing its tail, man. These people always trying to play their tricks. You know, the courts have not delivered any monies. I mean, a court judge has not even put any money in my mailbox. You know, in reference to the no compliance or the violations of what hasn't been handled correctly, you know, it usually goes higher up. Like, for instance, you don't keep hiring a janitor to deliver the postal mail if they didn't deliver it. You know, it's an analogy. You know, things of importance. You don't hire, you know, somebody on the upper level above that doesn't deliver. You know, you don't, you know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where you know, you got to go to the top and find out who the people are that are not doing their job, man. This is about my life, which doesn't include the activities of these people's intrusions. About my private life, my personal life. And then these people are trying to steal things, and then they'll say something like they thought it was their personal life to be stealing my family history and wealth. No, you didn't create the companies. You didn't build the companies. All employees was always paid their wages. And don't forget, I'm supposed to be on the payroll of my mother and father's companies. And I'm supposed to be on the payroll of the Supreme Court and the Treasury and the IRS and some other places and police stations. Haven't received nothing from anywhere. Every day is financial fraud. Every day is financial refusals. Every day is illegal withholdings, people squatting. Plus, I was supposed to be on disability because of the facial injuries and the teeth injuries. Haven't received a fucking penny from there either. And don't forget, they kidnapped me from Hollywood, and they did all this damage on my face and teeth in Indiana. And every day is attempts of murder, every day. And financial refusals. Attorneys have not delivered nothing. The Human Rights Office has not delivered nothing. I've not received nothing from nowhere. And there's guidelines and ultimatums and factual guidelines of what is supposed to be presented, what's supposed to be delivered, and they have not delivered. So you gotta fire people, and you gotta scale up to another level of The higher up you go, in reference to somebody delivering the postal mail, you know, the postmaster hasn't even tried to deliver the postal mail here. There was a little guy, a little Middle Eastern looking guy. I guess he got into he was dressed in a postal service outfit or something. He might have been a postal carrier, I don't know. But I don't know if he got into the mailbox and stole things or who he is. But in reference to people need to get prosecuted. I am the only child of my mother and father. I'm the only family member of my mother and father. So in reference to anybody trying to make decisions, stealing from me, holding me hostage, slandering my character, all these people have no legal right whatsoever. And they won't ever have a legal right. And the fact that they're trying to steal my family history and my rights, total BS. That's a violation of family law. My parents had everything on documents for me, and all these people trying to steal everything, they're not part of the family of my mother and father. They're violating the family tree of my parents. And it is guidelines and obligatory facts that the government has to prosecute people. And in reference to somebody delivering the postal mail, or people delivering monies or anything, it's 100% attempts of murder because they haven't delivered nothing. And their incompetence and their ethics is attempted murder. They have no ties to my mother and father's estates. They won't ever. And there is no way. So everything is pretty serious. And yet, you know, somebody will say they're doing a lot of office work. Everybody's doing a lot of busy work. Yeah, but, you know, if I don't receive monies or benefits or checks, then that means they're conspiring or they're in violation of negligence of attempts of murder. Meaning like that means they're at fault too. That's just the way it goes, man. I mean, it's just like somebody was supposed to deliver, they didn't deliver. Then they hired another person to deliver, and they didn't deliver. Then they hired several other people to deliver, and none of them delivered. Then it pretty much comes down to some type of serious scam or activities of these other people. So it has to be documented on guidelines and facts of history of what people are trying to do. And that's the point. The point of it is if things are not handled correctly, you know, it's attempts of murder. I've driven by companies and businesses that my mother and father owned. Went to restaurants before, went to shopping centers and things like that. Everybody pretending like they didn't know who I am, I guess. Or some people know who I am, but everybody's scared because of the government. So in reference to public crimes of government scaring the people, there's crimes against government in there too. In reference to government scaring people from giving me my benefits, or government scaring people from delivering monies that I was supposed to have received, or government scaring attorneys. You know, there are security people claiming they were scared, but then they ran off with the money they were supposed to deliver. You know, it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. I got kidnapped from California. California should have had people here every single day. None of them's giving me a fucking penny or information so I could travel back to my mother and father's mansions. And that's a violation of procedures. There's all kinds of procedures people were supposed to be following, but they're not following them. So what do? You got to fire people. You got to bring in new people each and every time. That's just the way it is. You can't just like, oh, they tried, so then they just thought they'd go back and stick sit down and collect paychecks. That's not how it works, man. These people have been attacking me and abusing me all these years. And then people say, well, they went over and tried to deliver something to the postal mail, but they couldn't. Don't fucking play games, man. It's like, this is not I'm not stupid. You want to take a smart test, government man? Procedural test, what you were supposed to do? These people have tried to murder me every day. They tried to steal body parts. They tried to steal my eyes. They tried to steal my organs. They tried to steal my penis. They tried to steal my tailbone. They tried to steal my teeth, my nose. And yet you're acting stupid. This has been a dangerous situation. And it even tells you on Treasury documents, these government people and these people trying to do these things are supposed to get arrested. It even tells you on guideline documents that if I didn't have a certain amount of money in my wallet every single day, the government was supposed to get sued. They have not delivered nothing. This is actions speak louder than words, man. People, some people are going to be going to jail that are probably going to act really surprised. Like, oh, we didn't know that. No, it's written on documents. It's been on documents, and a lot of places have had the documents. And branches of governments had the documents. So, this is just total BS. Government acting stupid. I was supposed to have lifelong benefits, and during this time, I'm supposed to have lifelong documents. I haven't even received any of the lawsuit monies from my dentist. How many millions of dollars has he sued, or billions or trillions have he sued the government for? I have not even received $1 or even a penny or even a letter. This is very serious, and blackball this against these government people or these people in Hollywood that are, playing tricks. And my dentist has probably had some of them in court. I don't know. But either way, it's the guidelines are there, procedures. I was supposed to have received monies and lawsuits and insurance, and they haven't sent me any letter where to pick up anything either. So, that's another point of importance. I called the governor of Michigan and every other governor. They made me hiccup. Called governors and mayors and other people. And, this fucking person tries to accuse me of drinking. I don't even drink. Well, there's a lot of guys with beards that drink, I guess. But this person tries to accuse me of shit all the time. Ask them where the receipts are. Where's the receipts? What store? What location did you claim? I've never been no alcoholic. I've never had a drinking problem. Never. I'm a pretty boy. I'm a supermodel, you stupid ass. And I do take offense to you touching me or damaging anything on my body. I might have to show you in the courtroom. And I put my muscles on. My rights that you're violating. You're really crossing the line, dirty government man. And you're sexually assaulting me. And then all these people with their satellite burning and shit like that. And when these people try to get out of their sex crimes, they try to mess up a person's looks. And then they claim that they weren't attracted to that person. But then you check the history record, and the record of them burning on me and spying on me and stalking me. I'm not gay, not never. I have friends that are gay, but I'm not gay. So if you check the history of these financial thieves, these accusators, the types of people they are, the places they hang out, I don't hang out with none of their people, these dirty government people. All their tricks is intentional, what they have done. All their accusations are intentional. They're financial fraud. And these people trying to play, and then they'll say, oh, they thought you were washing money. No, I'm tax-free in the first place. So if anybody handed me money, there's no way for me to ever wash money, you dumbass. But you're the people stealing the money. You're the ones trying to accuse me. Like there was a guy, they communicated before, somebody said something before. There was a guy in Indianapolis that was stealing the monies that my mother had sent back in the 80s and that the companies and entertainers had tried to send to me, and attorneys or other people, you know, during this time too. But this man was stealing the money, claiming he was trying to find out where money was coming from when they had sent letters with checks or monies that they tried to send to me. I'm not selling any companies or property or land or businesses, not never. But you know, in reference to this person stealing the monies, they claimed that this person was intercepting the money because he was trying to see what people would show up asking what happened to the money. Like he's a murderer or a serial killer stealing the fucking money that I was supposed to have received. That man has to get arrested. The courts know exactly who that man is. But you know, this man was claiming he was stealing the monies, or he was intercepting the monies, trying to question who I am. When my birth certificate's in the media 24 hours a day of who I am and who my parents are. But some people know who this guy is. This guy has no ranking of real status in this country. The man is a criminal. He is violating the law books as he is posing as some political figure in America. And that is treason. And embezzling of time and money. And these people stealing money that people tried to send to me, and these people washing the money, no, that's criminal too. All their activities, they must get prosecuted. And some of these people are on the American government payroll, and they're corrupting politics. They're stealing from me, trying to steal my property, trying to steal my identity. I'm the only me. So in reference to these people and their activities and accusations, these people need to go into court. Everything they've done, all their activities of misrepresenting the laws, them intercepting money and then accusing me of things so they could try to steal the money, or they're squatting on monies. And this is a serious thing because it seriously is total BS, man. I mean, the government acting stupid, acting like they don't know shit. They tried to hold me hostage, tried to run me out of money all the time. Then they act like they don't know nothing. You know what I mean? They act like they don't know nothing that their people have done. You know what I mean? It's like somebody running somebody down and then saying, like a fucking hit and run and shit, you know? Like they hold you hostage, they rob you, they cost you money, and then they go hide in government acting like they didn't do shit when they ran you out of money. My mother had court cases about that. My mother had court cases about them trying to cost me money in Indiana. We need that court record published in the media, where it said if I had to spend any fucking money in this city because they had stolen millions of dollars, and my mother had spent millions of dollars in this city, plus billions or something, multi-millions, and these people just kept playing their game. And then I was rescued and kidnapped several times, and all over Beverly Hills, and education, and UCLA, and lots of things of importance. I mean, it still is a serious situation that these people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. And Beverly Hills and Bel Air, they're private neighborhoods. My mother and father's mansions are private property. I'm the owner. My mother and father's limousines and my mother and father's yachts are private property. The corporation headquarters and corporations and offices are private property. They don't belong to the government. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. Every single day is serious violations of these government people.